Hello. Yes. So, today we will be doing something a little bit saucy. I don't think we have the same definition in our heads of what that means. What I mean is I'm going to read to my 47 dear and beloved subscribers some of my teenage diary. Alright guys, this, lo and behold, is that even a word? That's a phrase, and I have no idea how it's written, so therefore I don't know how to say it, but let's just hope I said it correctly, because if not, that would be very embarrassing, considering I'm a native English speaker. Anyway, let me begin by saying I started diary writing when I was about 13 years old, and I started diary writing because when I was younger I wanted to be an actress. I wanted to be famous. Now that's the furthest thing from what I want in life. Literally, I live under a rock. But before, I was a completely different person. Actually, comparatively speaking, I think the only thing that has changed is the fact that I don't have buck teeth anymore, and for some reason my hair became brown. So I wanted to be famous, and in my mind I thought, well, you know what? It would be really good for the public when I'm famous to see that I come from humble roots, from humble beginnings. So I started writing a diary so that when I became famous, literally I can't even believe I'm saying this, my diaries would go public, or most of it would go public. Like someone would make a movie out of it because my life was so interesting and whatever. And now I read back through some of these entries and I laugh because literally my life was as simple and as plain as every other 13-year-old girl's life is. I mean, there was nothing special about it. However, I will say that I wrote everything down. Like, I wrote a lot of things down. Things would be happening during the day, and then I would literally leave a situation and go write in my diary. So everything is very raw and very true. There's nothing that I wrote in here that isn't what happened. Like, it's exactly as I wrote it, that's what happened. Definitely maybe biased because it's coming from my own perspective, but it's not made up is what I'm saying. Anyway, so let's begin. This is the first one. This is a diary that I started when I was like 12 or 13, and I think that's obvious by the fact that it's a very obnoxious pink color, but also by these little stickers I have on it. If you're wondering what these bookmarks are that I have in them, it's the entries that I thought would interest all of you, since I'm not going to read everything, because that would probably get me sued, since I talked about other people in these. Oopsie. Let's begin. I'm going to first read to you my first diary entry that I ever wrote, because I think I need to do my 11-year-old, 12-year-old / 13-year-old, I have no idea how old I was, justice, and read my first diary entry. So, hello, my name is Claudia. I'm 11, and my birthday is on December 20th. My favorite animals are dogs and hamsters. I have 2 hamsters and loads of fish. I live in Thailand, Phuket. My best friends are Lisa, Dasha, Eloise, and Vika. They're always very kind to me, but I also have a family in Ukraine, and those are my favorite people. That was heartwarming. I appreciate that. Even though I literally don't talk to any of my quote-unquote best friends anymore, c'est la vie, as the French people say. Okay, oh shit. Never mind. This. Okay, quick backstory on this entry. I used to go to a private school and we had to wear a uniform, and so on the days we didn't have to wear a uniform, they were called free dress days, and on free dress days you could wear whatever you want. But that term, free dress day, is actually an illusion because it wasn't free dress day. There were so many restrictions on what you could wear. It's like if you wanted to wear shorts, it's like, okay, you can wear shorts, but they have to be longer than if you like would stand up, and wherever your fingertips reach your thigh, your shorts have to be longer than that. And me being a lanky 13-year-old with arms the size of a chimpanzee, you know what I meant? Like, my shorts were all, the shorts that I had to wear were up down to my knee. So it really wasn't free dress day, it was dress like a nun or wear your uniform. Moving on. This is December 9th, 2012. So how old was I? I can't do math, so I don't know. Today I went back to school. I completely forgot that it was beach day. So when I came into the classroom, I thought it was free dress day. So I got confused. But then the teacher told me it was beach day. And I said, OMG, I forgot. And I don't have my swimming suit. And I did not bring spare clothes. Uh-oh. The teacher said, well, I'm gonna go talk to the other year 6 teacher. So after the teachers talked, they asked all the year 6s if they had any spare swimming suits. Celine, my friend, said she had spare swimming shorts, and then I remembered that I had a shirt in my bag. I asked Celine if I could borrow it, and she said okay, so I quickly went to get changed. When we came to the beach, we had lots of activities to do. They were very fun, and when we finished, we went cleaning up the beach. Ah yes, the good old days of going to the beach for a beach day, but really was going to the beach to do community service, as in clean up after the tourists. Wonderful. Moving on. This entry, I had to show you that quickly so no one screenshots and actually reads it, because this is, well, this is not something that should go public. However, one part of this should go public because I literally laughed my arse off when I read it. I'm still like 12, 13 in that age bracket, whatever, and this is what I wrote. I said, so no one can be a bitch to me without paying a price for it. I'm not even gonna comment on that. All I'm gonna say is that if you ever wondered why I'm the way I am, that I'm the same way I was before. That's why. I mean, my attitude has not changed. That's all for this book, actually, because I guess I got lazy at 13 and was like, well, I'm not writing anymore. So this book is, other than that, empty. However, then came the good old age of 15, I think, and then I really started grinding because I failed. Actually, this is the wrong one, sorry. I failed this whole thing. This whole thing. Literally, I wrote a book, guys. Guys, this is a book, okay? You understand? This is gonna get published someday.
I don't think so, pal.
Maybe. Anyway, so this is where things really get interesting, and I mean, I'm not gonna get your hopes up, but let's just take a journey down memory lane together, okay? December 8th, 2016. Ah! That's what I wrote. And then I wrote, today, Thursday, in Thailand, Phuket, I saw fucking Dylan O'Brien in real life. I did see Dylan O'Brien. Dylan O'Brien, you know that scene in American Assassin where they're on the beach, right? Like they're on the beach and then someone, I think his girlfriend or his wife that he just proposed to, or his fiance. I don't know how those things work. Okay, guys, I'm like 20 years old. I'm not married, but that woman got shot, and that beach was 10 minutes away from my house. I think it's called, and you might be wondering, why do I think it's called, even though I lived there for so many years? Well, because I don't know really how to pronounce Thai names, unfortunately. I'm sorry, I don't speak Thai, but I think it was Bang Tao Beach. Anywho, that scene was filmed there, and me and a friend somehow found out about the fact that they were asking people to come be background actors in this scene. And me and my friend went to be background actors, and I guess we met Dylan O'Brien. So, or, I'm sorry, didn't meet him, but we saw him, which was very cool. I mean, as a 15-year-old, seeing a celebrity is like taking drugs, okay? Moving on. December 9th, 2017. I feel like pulling an all-nighter, but that would be stupid. Firstly, because I have to give in my computadora, I literally wrote computadora, for the night, and second, I have my drama monologue due tomorrow, and running plus boxing after school. Also, I finally accepted a fling. It's okay, really. So I don't know if Americans use the term fling or not, but where I came from, that was a term that we used, and all I can say about that is don't have flings when you're 15 years old, okay? My advice, my little 5 cents piece of advice to you all today. No need to do that. You have your whole life to fuck up. Why start when you're 15? Unnecessary. Ah, yes. This is golden, guys. I promise you. I wrote this on October 5th, 2017, and this, again, I'm not gonna read everything but I will read this one quote. It says, grades before guys.
You can cry later.
Very good, Claudia. I agree with that mentality. Keep doing you. Okay. September 10th, 2017. This is a sad entry. I'm just letting everyone know. So be prepared to shed a tear for 15-year-old Claudia. I'm joking, but still, maybe, if you want to. I don't feel anything, but feel everything at the same time. I want to go lie in bed and do nothing. Just think, maybe. Or not. Just cry. Or scream. I miss him. You are an idiot! What can I say? What can I say? When you're 15/16-year-old, everything that happens to you feels like it's multiplied by 1,000%, meaning that everything affects you more than it should. This was one of these situations. Let's just leave it at that. Moving on. November 23rd, 2017. I'm going crazy and I can't breathe. Just came back from dinner at Pesto. My ears are blocked. Fucking school aircon. Soccer sevens is tomorrow. It's like 8 p.m. right now. I think I convinced my dad to let me go to Patong on the 12th after Bangkok to see Marshmallow until like 3 a.m. I'm halfway to 30. So this is me having a quarter life crisis. I like being 15, but I think I'll like being 16 more. No, you won't. I don't wait for things in life. It's a waste of time. Live your life in the moment. Mambo number 5 is playing in the background.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Mambo number 5.
If you didn't get any of that, don't worry. I don't get it either. Next. Okay. This is a good entry. This is a good and reminiscent, that's the word, entry. This is November 27th, 2017. Geography trips are boring. But I realized again how much I love Phuket. I'm not saying it's all good, but I like the simple things. The lakes, the grass, the cows, the trucks overloaded with workers, 4+ people on one motorbike, the mud. Today I sat at the edge of a lake and just looked out into the water. The breeze, the trees that dripped with rubber. Damn, that's like alliteration or something. I can't even pronounce that. The breeze, the trees that drip with rubber. Holy shit. The transport and road and forest. It's amazing. I'm so grateful to live here. Yes, but would I move back? Holy fuck, no. Ha. Yes, this is a great entry. January 25th, 2018. Drake is lit. Got moved down to core and math today. Geo coursework due tomorrow. I have 100 words written. Lit. So is it just me, or did anyone else really ride that trend when lit was popular? I mean, I rode that trend like there was no tomorrow. I put lit in every single phrase I said ever, where it didn't even make sense. I'd be talking to teachers and I'd be like, yeah, I didn't do my homework, but it's lit. You know, I mean, just... I'm so glad that's over. February 18th, 2018. Ah, yes, okay. So this entry, little backstory also required. Whenever I say Patong in this video, I'm referring to clubbing. Patong was the name of a area in Phuket where people went clubbing. And it was where literally everyone in my school and everyone from any school went on the weekends because it was the only thing to do. And I wasn't allowed to go to Batam. Most teenagers weren't allowed to go to Batam because it's dangerous. I mean, there's drugs and there's alcohol and everything that parents try to keep their kids away from. It was all there, but there was nothing else to do, so everyone went, and I wasn't allowed to go, but I went anyway. And this is the story of how I got caught. So, buckle up and grab some popcorn. February 18, 2018. I got caught. This Friday, I went out to Patong, and I think my dad checked if my phone was in the other room and just saw a phone case, because I didn't know where my other phone was. Quick story about that. When I was a kid, I was a sneaky snake, okay? And I had two phones, and one was an older version of an iPhone, and one was my current version of an iPhone. And I had two phones because my dad required me to put my phone in his room before I went to bed so I wouldn't be up all night, which is a sensible thing for a parent to do. Like, I get that. However, was I about to listen to that? Absolutely not. So I got this other phone, and I would put that phone in his room and keep my phone. And my dad, not being the most observant person, didn't check or didn't realize that that wasn't my actual phone. So I carried on having my phone at night. And when I went to Patong, obviously I took my phone because I had to call a taxi and whatever, and had to find out where my friends were and blah, blah, blah. However, this particular night, I couldn't find my alternative fake phone, so I had to come up with another plan. And so my master plan was, well, it turned out not to be a master plan at all because clearly I fucked up, but I took off the phone case from my phone and just put my phone case in his room and took my actual phone. So, long story short, that didn't work. But anyway, this is what I'm referring to here. I took my real phone with me, and he called, and I thought it was just to see if I went to bed or not. But then, 5 missed calls later, I realized that wasn't so. I didn't care as much as I should have, actually. At one point, I couldn't walk, so just kept sitting down. Susie looked after me all night. She fell in 7-Eleven, and I tripped over her. Yep, now I have a small bruise on my left cheek. It was actually hilarious. Someone, a guy, I think, kept spilling water on my head. I couldn't look up, so all I remember is the floor and my shoes. I threw up in black room, kept telling myself that I have to do my homework. Don't know how I got into the tuk-tuk. Came home, doors were locked, kitchen door pushed into me. Dad turns light on. I went to bed. Couldn't even breathe properly. Head pounding. Felt like crap the whole next day. Told my dad the truth. Feel bad for making him worry. I need some discipline. If y'all don't know what a tuk-tuk is the cheaper version of a taxi in Thailand. It's great. I mean, at night, you're riding in it, and like there's no windows and the fresh air, and in Thailand it's like not cold, so it's like you're not freezing in there or anything. It's kind of like you feel like you're flying, you know what I mean? I definitely recommend. 10 out of 10 experience. March 24th, 2018. This quiet evening, I sat on my white marble counter in the center of the kitchen, a long crack migrating through the middle. Hands holding a coffee cup, I scooped cereal mixed with tears into my tired mouth. Thoughts that I did not ask for came into my head unwelcomed. Heartbreak isn't a joke, guys. Not a joke. Makes you want to like jump off a bridge, but I didn't jump off a bridge, and I'm very happy I didn't because I'm still here, I'm alive, everything's good. Todo está bien. Okay. March 25th, 2018. First of all, today, 3 years ago, One Direction broke up. So if y'all didn't know, I was, and kind of still am, a huge One Direction fangirl. This is about that, sort of. Which is why I've been feeling so nostalgic. Listening to them today. Today, 2 years ago, Zayn released his first album. I just came back from ice skating with Lisa. We talked and had a nice time. Well, that was a pretty boring entry, but yeah. One Direction was a very, very, very large part of my life. So large that I had a 6-foot poster of them in my bedroom. Is that creepy? Yeah, but I was like 15, so is it creepy when you're 15? No. Last one, guys. Last one for today. I'm keeping this kind of short because I don't want this video to be literally 5 hours long. And if you want a part 2, just let me know. So, May 6th, 2018. I hate feeling like a cliche. I understand that there are other people that go through similar or even worse things than me, but I hate feeling the way people expect me to feel. Does that make sense? This is such a drastic turn for me like 4 years ago, when all I wanted to be was normal like everyone else. Maybe the wise thing to do would just be accept the reasons for things. I'm scared of losing my potential, yet I'm not doing anything with it. And on that note, that's the end of the video. So, did you learn anything from that? Probably not. Did I have a good time walking down memory lane? Yes. People, always satisfy your needs first. Okay. Thank you for listening. That's it, my friends. Hasta luego.